Hello students, in our previous lecture we are studied a format for computation of taxable income from business. In our today's lecture we are going to start a practical problem on computation of taxable or total income of the business. Okay, so here first of all we study the allowable depreciation under section 32 of the Income Tax Act 1961. Then we are going to start or solve a practical problem number first. So here depreciation or percentage of depreciation and assets. So 5% depreciation is allowed for building used for the residential purpose under section 32 of the Income Tax Act 1961. 10% depreciation is allowed in the case building is used for non-residential purpose. Okay, 40% depreciation is allowed if building is used for providing infrastructure facilities. Okay, then 40% again 40% depreciation is allowed under section 32 of the Income Tax Act 1961, that is aeroplanes, aero engines, new commercial vehicles, water pollution control equipments, saving device, computer software, soil waste control equipment. So 40% depreciation is allowed under Income Tax Act 1961 on aeroplanes, aero engines, new commercial vehicles and equipment to control the water pollution and computer softwares and soil waste control equipments. 30% depreciation is allowed for plant and machinery, hire motor cars for business purpose. So 30% depreciation is allowed on machinery or plant, okay, which is used for the business purpose under Income Tax Act 1961. 20% depreciation is allowed in case plant and machinery, ocean going ship, vessels and speedboat operating on inland water. Okay, 15% depreciation is allowable for plant and machinery include motor car using in business purpose. Okay, 10% depreciation is allowed for furniture fitting including electrical fittings. 25% depreciation is allowed in the case of intangible assets acquired on 31st March or after 31st March 1998. So these are the rate of depreciation given to the Income Tax Act 1961. Okay, so here the depreciation is very important while computing the income of the business. So income tax allow the depreciation on building 5% for residential purpose, 10% for non-residential purpose, 40% for building used for providing infrastructure facilities, 40% on aeroplanes, aero engines and water pollution control equipments and waste control equipments, computer softwares. Okay, 30% on plant and machinery used for business purpose including motor cars, 20% plant and machinery used in ocean going ship. Okay, and vessels and speedboats operating in inland water. 15% plant and machinery include motor car using in the business for business purpose. 10% furniture fitting including electrical fittings. Okay, so these are the depreciation or rate of depreciation. Okay, now we are going to start to solve a practical problem on business. So here profit and loss account of Mr. Guru for the year ended 31st March 2020. Okay, so here profit and loss account is given to you of Mr. Guru at the end of year on 31st March 2020. Okay, so here particulars rupees, particulars rupees. So these are the debit side. Okay, and it is a credit side. So credit side is income and debit side is expenses. So we have to find out the expenses which are not related to the business. Okay, and these expenses are affect on the profit of the uh, business. Okay, excess expenses are shown in the profit and loss account will decrease the profit of the firm. Okay, so that we have to find out the total income of the business. Okay, so here we start from additional information, then we go to solve the problem. First adjustment is salaries include payments to domestic employees. It means the salary include a payment to domestic servant. Okay, so domestic means home servant. Okay, which is employed in the home of the owner. Okay, so it is a personal expenses. Okay, it is personal expenses, but it includes in the salary of the business employee. So it is disallowed. So this 3000 is add in our net profit. So here we make it highlight. We highlight it by yellow color to know the salary include 3000 is domestic purpose. So all personal expenses are disallowed. So here we make a star in front of salary because adjustment is given on salary, that is 3000 paid for domestic servant. It is considered as a personal expense of the Mr. Guru. Then second adjustment, telephone expenses include private expenses of rupees 750. So private expenses, it means personal expenses of Mr. Guru, and personal expenses are disallowed. So here find out a telephone. So telephone. So here telephone is given. So in front of telephone we make a star because adjustment is given or personal expenses is included in telephone expenses. It is 750. Then wealth expenses include. So wealth expenses, all wealth expenses or wealth tax is disallowed. Okay, wealth tax for owner's property. Okay, owner's property tax or owner's property expenses. So all the wealth tax is disallowed. So this adjustment is given for your confusion. Okay, this adjustment is given for your confusion because municipal tax as well as wealth tax or wealth expenses all are disallowed. Okay, all are disallowed. So no need to bifurcate the expenses. Directly we write down the wealth expenses or add the wealth expenses in net profit and write down into bracket including the municipal tax on laid out property. Okay, then preliminary expenses, total preliminary expenses is rupees 40,000 to be written off within 10 years. It means 40,000 is write off within 10 years. So find out each year how much amount is write off by the Mr. Guru. So here 40,000 divided by 40,000 divided by 10. So here we get a amount that is 4,000. Okay, is equal to amount 4,000. So every year Mr. Guru has write off the preliminary expenses is rupees 4,000. Okay, the preliminary expenses is rupees 4,000. So see the preliminary expenses written down on the debit side of profit and loss account. Okay, so here preliminary expenses is rupees 5,000. So excess preliminary expenses is written down here, so make a star in front of preliminary expenses. That is, each and every year the Mr. Guru has write off only 4,000 as preliminary expenses, but he write off rupees 5,000. It means he write off 1,000 excess. So the excess expenses is decreases the profit of the concern, so that we add the excess preliminary expenses in net profit. Okay, so here we find out every year the Mr. Guru has write off 4,000 as preliminary expenses, but here he write off rupees 5,000 as preliminary expenses. So he write off extra 1,000. So the extra 1,000 is disallowed expenses of the business. Okay, got it? So all adjustment is read, and those item which is or the adjustment on that item will start. Okay, now we read the problem. So advertisement expenses is business expenses, stationery is business expenses. Here bad debts, so adjustment is not given. If the bad debts is or in adjustment bad debts is not allowed is given, so the bad debts is considered as disallowed expenses. But here no any adjustment is given on bad debt, so it is considered as business expenses. Okay, then provision for bad debt. So all provisions, okay, all provisions are disallowed. Okay, we explain the format. So we follow the format for computing the income or total income of the business. So all provision and reserves are disallowed. Okay, all provisions and reserves are disallowed. So here we make it red because it will add in our net profit. Then donation is also disallowed. Okay, then interest on loan. So here adjustment is not given on interest on loan. Okay, so it is considered as business expenses because the loan is taken for the purpose of business, so that the interest on loan is considered as a business expenses. Wealth expenses, all wealth expenses is disallowed. Okay, income tax is also disallowed. Okay, then telephone expenses. So telephone expenses, only the private expenses are disallowed. Then life insurance premium, it is a personal expenses of Mr. Guru. Loss, okay, loss on capital asset is disallowed. To electricity bill, it is a expenses of business. To interest on capital, so interest on capital is disallowed expenses, it is not a business expenses. Preliminary expenses, so adjustment is given. Depreciation 5250, so depreciation is allowable expenses. To GST is disallowed expenses of the business. Okay, and net profit is rupees 79,000. Okay, so here we find out all the expenses which are not related to business, and we also find out the items which is which adjustment is given in the problem. Okay, so here uh, we read the credit side, so gross profit. Okay, then by dividend from domestic company. Okay, so this is not a business income, it is income from other source, so it is deducted from net profit. Okay, because it increases the net profit of the concern. By house rent, so house rent received or rent received from house property, it is also a other income or source of other income. but here other income into bracket business, it means it is a business income. Okay, so it should not be taken into consideration. Okay, only those expenses which are not related to business is add in net profit, and only those income which are not related to the business is deducted from the net profit. We get a correct or total or taxable income of the business. So here we start to solve the problem. Okay, so here as per profit and loss account, so here net profit, net net profit as per P and L account. So here net profit is given to you, that is here 79,000. Okay, so 79,000 is the net profit. So put the figure in outer column of the format. So here 79,000, then we add then we add a disallowed expenses debited to P and L account. Okay, P and L account. Okay, so we find out this item which is debited to profit and loss account. So here, okay, so here we add these items to net profit or in net profit. Okay, so here first start from adjustment. So salary include payment to domestic employee, it is a personal expenses. So here salaries to domestic servant or employee. Okay, amounted to rupees in inner column, that is 3,000, Okay, so here see how much salary is paid to servant, that is 3,000. So this 3,000 is disallowed expenses in the business. Okay, it is not related to business expenses, so that we add this 3,000 in net profit. Then telephone expenses. So telephone expenses include private expenses rupees 750. So add this 750 in. So here telephone expenses into bracket private or personal expenses amounted to rupees 750. Sorry, amounted to rupees 750. Then next adjustment, wealth expenses. So here so salary is write down, so we make a star or make a any symbol in front of salary, that is it is taken into consideration. So we highlight it by green color. So salary is taken into consideration, as well as telephone is also taken into consideration while computing the business income. Okay, then third adjustment is related to wealth expenses. So wealth expenses is now we are taken into consideration, so that we make it highlight as green color. So here wealth expenses into bracket municipal tax tax include. Okay, municipal tax include, that is amounted to rupees 4,500. Okay, then preliminary expenses. Okay, so excess preliminary expenses. Okay, every year Mr. Guru has a write off only 4,000 as preliminary expense, but he write off 5,000 as preliminary expenses. So how much he write off excess, or how much excess amount is write off by Mr. Guru? That is 1,000. So this 1,000 is disallowed. So here preliminary expenses, okay, or excess preliminary expenses. Okay, excess preliminary expenses into bracket 5,000 minus 4,000, and that is rupees 1,000 is disallowed. Okay, so here 1,000 is disallowed. Okay, then next, now we add all adjustment to net profit, all adjustment related to personal expenses. So we add this all adjustment in net profit. Now we add the expenses debited to profit and loss account which is not related to the business. So here first, provision for bad debts. So provision for bad debts, okay, provision for bad debts is disallowed. Okay, disallowed. Okay, provision for bad debts is disallowed. Okay, all provisions and reserves are disallowed. So here we add provision for bad debts in net profit. So here, sorry, provisions for bad debts. So here provisions for bad debts amounted to rupees 9,000, then provision for bad debts we taken into consideration, or we add these expenses or provision in net profit. And then donation. Okay, donation and charity to any private temple or any organization is disallowed. So here donation is add in net profit. Okay, donation, all donation is disallowed. Donation to temple, okay, amounted to rupees 3,000. Okay, then next, donation. Okay, income tax. Okay, income tax is disallowed expenses. Okay, it is personal expenses of the assessee, it means Mr. Guru. So income tax amounted to rupees 7,500. Okay, 7,500. Okay, 7,500. Then LIC premium. So life insurance policy premium. So life insurance policy premium is personal expenses of Mr. Guru, 3,300. So add this 3,300 in net profit. LIC premium amounted to rupees 3300. Then loss on sale of machinery. So all capital loss are disallowed expenses. So here add loss on sale of machinery amounted to rupees 4500. 4500. Okay, then interest on capital. So interest on capital is also disallowed expenses in business. Okay, rupees 8000. So interest on capital, it means interest paid on capital of Mr. Guru. So this interest is disallowed, amounted to rupees 8000. Then GST. Okay, GST. Okay, so GST is rupees, GST is given, that is 5250, depreciation 9500. So GST, so GST is a business expenses. Okay, remember this. Okay, GST means it is a related to, it is related to business. It means it is a sales tax. Okay, so sales tax is related to the business expenses. Now sales tax is changed by GST. So GST is related to business expenses. So GST is paid on purchase of any material related to the business. So the GST is allowed as business expenses or considered as a business expenses. Then okay, so make the total of inner column and add all these expenses. Okay, so make the total, and total is so here total is 3000 plus 750 plus 3000. So here we make a total 3000 3000 plus 750 plus 4500 plus 1000 plus 1000 plus 9000 plus 3000 plus 7500 plus 3300 plus 4500 plus 8000, that is 44550. So here 44550 is the total of inner column. So add all these expenses in net profit of the concern. So total is equal to 790000 1,23,550. So 1,23,550 is the correct net profit of the concern. Okay, then okay then we less as per format, then we deduct allowable expenses not recorded in the books of accounts. So here uh, in adjustment, no any expenses which is related to business is given. Okay, so here here less allowable expenses allowable expenses not recorded okay. So uh, in additional information, no any business expenses is given, so directly we write it as nil. Okay, then we make a total. Okay, so total is same, no change in total, that is 1,23,500, 1,23,550, 1,23,550 is the total. Then we add allowable income of business not recorded. So business income is also not given in additional information, so nil. Okay, so nil. Make a total, so total is same, that is 1,23,000, 1,23,550. 1,23,550 is the total. So here 1,23,550. Then we deduct less. Disallowed income credited to P and L account, into bracket income chargeable under other heads. Okay, into bracket income chargeable under other heads. Okay, so other head income is disallowed. Okay, it affect on the net profit, it increases the net profit of the concern, so other income is deducted from net profit. So here in adjustment, no income, no expenses related to business is given. Okay, so directly we go to the profit and loss account credit side. So here we find out some expenses, sorry, we find out some income related to other sources, that is dividend received, dividend received dividend received from domestic company. It is a other source of income. So the other source of income is deducted from other source of income is deducted from net profit. So dividend received from domestic company, okay, amounted to rupees 6,000, amounted to rupees 6,000, and another income under other head, that is rent received from house property. Okay, so rent received from house property is rupees 5,250. So here rent received from house property, okay, amounted to rupees 5,250. So make the total and deduct this other income from net profit. So total is rupees into bracket, it means it is deducted from net profit, amounted to rupees 11,250. okay, 11,250, and then the total is 1,12,300, okay, is the income from business. Okay, so here we find out a income from business. Okay, so income from business is rupees 1,12,300. okay, so very easy problem, only find out the expenses which are not related to business and income which is not related to business. If in additional information some expenses related to business is given, so these expenses is deducted from net profit, it is allowable expenses. Some income is also given to you in additional information which is related to business, so this income is added in net profit. Okay, so here we get a income from business, that is 1,12,300. okay, so very easy problem is this. Okay, so again we revise it. Okay, again we revise this problem. तर बघा मिस्टर गुरु आहे, मिस्टर गुरुचं प्रॉफिट अँड लॉस अकाउंट दिलेलं आहे 31 मार्च 2020. डेबिट साईड दिली, क्रेडिट साईड दिलेली आहे. तर मी काय म्हटलं की पहिल्यांदा सुरुवात आपण ॲडजस्टमेंटपासून करणार आहोत. तर पहिल्यांदा ॲडजस्टमेंटमध्ये या. बघा पहिली ॲडजस्टमेंट सांगितलेली आहे, सॅलरीज इन्क्लूड पेमेंट टू डोमेस्टिक एम्प्लॉई ₹3,000. म्हणजे सॅलरीमध्ये घरी काम करणाऱ्या एम्प्लॉईची सॅलरी इन्क्लूड आहे 3,000. मग घरी काम करतोय म्हणजे ओनरच्या घरी काम करतोय, मग ओनरच्या घरी काम करत असेल तर तो बिझनेसचा खर्च होईल का? तर तो बिझनेसचा खर्च होणार नाही. तो काय होईल तर त्या ओनरचा पर्सनल खर्च होईल, परंतु तरीसुद्धा तो त्यांनी प्रॉफिट अँड लॉस अकाउंटच्या डेबिटला दाखवलेला आहे. ओके, मग त्यामुळे काय झालं तर तुमचा जो नेट प्रॉफिट आहे तो कमी झाला. मग जर कमी झाला असेल तुमच्या प्रायव्हेट खर्चाने तर तो काय केला पाहिजे? वाढवला पाहिजे. म्हणून आपण सॅलरी जो आयटम लिहिलेला आहे प्रॉफिट अँड लॉसच्या इथे त्याला स्टार केलं का? तर यामध्ये 3000 सॅलरी जी आहे ती डोमेस्टिक सर्वंटची आहे, घरी काम करणारे एम्प्लॉईचे आहे, आणि ते 3000 आपण नेट प्रॉफिटमध्ये ॲड करणार. नेक्स्ट ॲडजस्टमेंट आपण रीड केली की टेलिफोन एक्सपेन्सेसमध्ये, टेलिफोन खर्चामध्ये प्रायव्हेट खर्च आहे 750 रुपये. परत आपण गेलो टेलिफोन एक्सपेन्सेस शोधलं, टेलिफोन एक्सपेन्सेसच्या समोर स्टार केले की यामध्ये प्रायव्हेट खर्च आहे 750, तो प्रायव्हेट खर्च नेट प्रॉफिटमध्ये ॲड झाला पाहिजे. त्यानंतर वेल्थ एक्सपेन्सेस म्हणजे संपत्तीचा खर्च असेल, मग संपत्तीचा खर्च यालाच वेल्थ टॅक्ससुद्धा म्हटलं जाईल. मग वेल्थ टॅक्समध्ये त्यांनी काय सांगितलेलं आहे की म्युन्सिपल टॅक्स लेट आउट प्रॉपर्टीचा इन्क्ल्यूड आहे. मग इथं वेल्थ टॅक्स आणि म्युन्सिपल टॅक्स दोन्ही डिसअलाउड आहेत. ओके, वेल्थ टॅक्स आणि म्युन्सिपल टॅक्स हे दोन्ही प्रॉपर्टीशी रिलेटेड आहेत. ओके, मग दोन्ही डिसअलाउड आहेत, मग याचं बायफर्गेशन करणं असं काही गरजेचं नाही. ओके, पर्सनल खर्च आहेत, मग पर्सनल खर्च डिसअलाउड. फक्त आपण सोल्युशनमध्ये लिहिताना त्या वेल्थ एक्सपेन्सेसच्या पुढे ब्रॅकेटमध्ये लिहिणार की म्युन्सिपल टॅक्स इज इन्क्लुडेड इन वेल्थ टॅक्स. ओके, सो ही जी ॲडजस्टमेंट आहे ती तुमच्या कन्फ्युजनसाठी दिलेली आहे, कारण इथं वेल्थ एक्सपेन्सेस आणि म्युन्सिपल टॅक्स हे दोन्ही काय आहेत तर डिसअलाउड एक्सपेन्सेस आहेत, ते बिझनेसचे खर्च नाही, ते पर्सनल आहेत. त्यानंतर प्रिलिमिनरी एक्सपेन्सेस एकूण आहेत किती? 40,000 रुपये, आणि ते राईट ऑफ किती वर्षामध्ये करायचे आहेत तर 10 वर्षामध्ये करायचे आहेत. ओके, 40,000 रुपये टोटल प्रिलिमिनरी एक्सपेन्सेस आहेत, 10 वर्षामध्ये राईट ऑफ करायचे आहेत. तर वर्षाला किती रुपये मिस्टर गुरुने राईट ऑफ केले पाहिजेत तर 40,000 भागिले 10 आपल्याला मिळाले 4,000 रुपये. म्हणजे प्रत्येक वर्षी प्रॉफिटमधून 4,000 रुपयेच त्यानं राईट ऑफ केले पाहिजेत. परंतु प्रॉफिट अँड लॉसच्या डेबिटला या तुम्ही प्रिलिमिनरी एक्सपेन्सेस पहा, प्रिलिमिनरी एक्सपेन्सेसची अमाऊंट तुम्हाला इथे दिसेल बघा, मी रेड केलं त्याला, किती आहे? 5,000 रुपये आहे. तुम्हाला राईट ऑफ किती करायचे किंवा त्या मिस्टर गुरूंना किती रुपये राईट ऑफ करायचे? 4,000, परंतु करतायत किती? 5,000. म्हणजे किती रुपये एक्सिस त्यांनी राईट ऑफ केले तर 1,000. ते 1,000 काय राहतील? डिसअलाउड राहतील, म्हणून आपण ते 1,000 डिसअलाउड केलेले आहेत. त्यानंतर आता सर्व ॲडजस्टमेंट झाल्यानंतर परत आपण प्रॉफिट अँड लॉसमध्ये आलो आणि सर्व आयटम रीड केले. आता यामध्ये जे जे आयटम बिझनेसच्या रिलेटेड नाहीत किंवा जे जे एक्सपेन्सेस बिझनेसच्या संदर्भात नाहीत ते आपण बाजूला काढले का? तर ते ॲड होतील नेट प्रॉफिटमध्ये. का होतील तर त्या एक्सपेन्सेसमुळे बिझनेसचा प्रॉफिट कमी झालेला आहे. तर मी काय पहिल्यापासून सुरुवात करतो, सॅलरीवरती ॲडजस्टमेंट आहे आपण ते घेणार आहे. ॲडव्हर्टाइजमेंट हा बिझनेसचा खर्च आहे, तो अलाव राहील. बिझनेससाठी स्टेशनरी घेतली असेल अलाव राहील. बॅड डेब्ट्स आहेत, आता बॅड डेब्ट्समध्ये काही सांगितलेलं नाही म्हणजे इथं जर त्यांनी म्हटलं असतं की डिसअलाउड एक्सपेन्सेस इंटू ब्रॅकेटमध्ये दिलं असतं की बॅड डेब्ट्स इंटू ब्रॅकेट डिसअलाउड याचा अर्थ काय तर तो बिझनेसचा खर्च किंवा बिझनेसचा लॉस हा कन्सिडर केला जाणार नाही, याला म्हटलं जातं डिसअलाउड. ओके, परंतु जर काही दिलं नसेल, बघा ब्रॅकेटमध्ये काय दिलेलं आहे का? काही दिलेलं नाही. किंवा ॲडिशनल इन्फॉर्मेशनमध्ये काय दिलेलं आहे का? दिलेलं नाही. दिलं नसेल तर हा डोळे झाकून बिझनेसचा खर्च किंवा बिझनेसचा लॉस म्हणून कन्सिडर केला जातो, तो केलेला आहे. ओके, 4,000 रुपये. त्यानंतर नेक्स्ट आपण रीड केलं की प्रोव्हिजन. तर मी फॉर्मॅट शिकवत असताना किंवा फॉर्मॅट आपण स्टडी करत असताना सांगितलं की ऑल प्रोव्हिजन आणि सर्व रिझर्व्स म्हणजे ऑल प्रोव्हिजन्स अँड ऑल रिझर्व्स आर डिसअलाउड. ओके, म्हणजे सर्व प्रोव्हिजन तुमच्या काय राहतील? डिसअलाउड राहतील. ओके, सर्व प्रोव्हिजन तुमच्या काय होतील? डिसअलाउड होतील. मग सर्व प्रोव्हिजन जर डिसअलाउड असतील तर त्या काय केले पाहिजेत? नेट प्रॉफिटमध्ये ॲड केल्या पाहिजेत. ओके, सो ऑल प्रोव्हिजन्स अँड ऑल रिझर्व्स आर डिसअलाउड. ओके, देन donation to private temple. Donation to private temple is also disallowed. Okay, all donation or donation is given to charity or private temple, all are disallowed. Then interest on loan. Here remember the note. Okay, if interest on loan or loan is taken for the purpose of personal use, then interest on loan is disallowed. Got it? If Mr. Guru has take a loan for personal use, okay, then interest on loan is considered as personal expenses. But here interest on loan or no any additional information is provided on interest on loan. इंटरेस्ट ऑन लोनवरती कोणतीही ॲडजस्टमेंट दिलेली नाही, त्यामुळे इंटरेस्ट ऑन लोन हे बिझनेसचं आहे असं कन्सिडर होईल की बिझनेस पर्पजसाठी मिस्टर गुरुने लोन घेतलेला आहे आणि त्याच्यावरचं व्याज तो काय करतोय, पेड करतोय. वेल्थ एक्सपेन्सेस मी सांगितलं की वेल्थ एक्सपेन्सेस ऑल डिसअलाउड आहे. इन्कम टॅक्स आपण पाहिलं की ऑल डिसअलाउड आहे. ओके, त्यानंतर इन्कम टॅक्स काय आहे, ऑल डिसअलाउड राहील. ओके, त्यानंतर LIC टेलिफोन आपलं झालेलं आहे. टेलिफोन बिलमध्ये प्रायव्हेट 750 आहे. LIC कशाचे आहे, प्रायव्हेट आहे. प्रायव्हेट म्हणजे काय, तर मिस्टर गुरुची लाईफ इन्शुरन्स पॉलिसी असेल त्याचा प्रीमियम भरतोय, तर ते बिझनेसशी रिलेटेड आहे का, नाही, त्यामुळे तो बिझनेसचा खर्च येणार नाही, त्यामुळे आपण नेट प्रॉफिटमध्ये त्याला ॲड केलं. लॉस ऑन सेल ऑफ मशिनरी, कॅपिटल लॉस आपण विचारात घेत नाही. कॅपिटल लॉस हे काय आहेत, डिसअलाउड आहेत. इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल बिझनेसचं आहे, बिझनेसचं एक्सपेन्स आहे. इंटरेस्ट ऑन कॅपिटल हा सुद्धा डिसअलाउड आहे. ओके, डिसअलाउड आहे की पार्टनर्स किंवा ओनरच्या कॅपिटलवरती व्याज दिलं तर ते बिझनेसचं कन्सिडर होणार नाही किंवा बिझनेसचा खर्च कन्सिडर होणार नाही. त्याचबरोबर प्रिलिमिनरी एक्सपेन्सेस पाहिलं. ओके, 1000 रुपये एक्स्ट्रा आहे. डेप्रिसिएशन अलावेबल एक्सपेन्सेस आहे. त्यानंतर GST. आता GST कशावरती दिला जाईल, काहीतरी खरेदी केली असेल बिझनेससाठी त्याची ती GST असेल तर GST हा बिझनेसचा खर्च म्हणून कन्सिडर केला जातो. ओके, त्यानंतर नेट प्रॉफिट आपल्याला दिलेला आहे 79,000 रुपये. ओके, आता आपण क्रेडिट साईड रीड करणार आहे. क्रेडिट साईडला इन्कम पाहणार आहे. जे बिझनेस रिलेटेड इन्कम नाहीत ते काय केले जातील, लेस केले जातील नेट प्रॉफिटमधून. म्हणून इथं बाय ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट, त्यानंतर बाय डिव्हिडंड रिसिव्ड फ्रॉम डोमेस्टिक कंपनी, म्हणजे तुम्हाला डिव्हिडंड रिसिव्ड होतोय डोमेस्टिक कंपनीकडून 6,000 रुपये, तर तो अदर इन्कम आहे. बिझनेसचं कोणतंही ट्रान्झॅक्शन करून तुम्हाला इन्कम होत नाही, म्हणजे हा इन्कम कोणता आहे, अदर इन्कम आहे. त्याचबरोबर तुम्हाला हाऊस रेंट रिसिव्ड होतं आहे किती रुपये, 5,200, ते सुद्धा अदर सोर्सचा इन्कम आहे, म्हणजे इन्कम फ्रॉम हाऊस प्रॉपर्टी आहे, त्यामुळे तो नेट प्रॉफिटमधून लेस होईल. इथं अदर इन्कम आहे परंतु ब्रॅकेटमध्ये काय लिहिलं आहे, बिझनेस, त्यामुळे हा बिझनेसचा कन्सिडर होईल. ओके, तर हे असे खर्च आणि इन्कम आपण बायफर्केट केले आणि त्यानंतर सोल्युशनला सुरुवात केली. सगळ्यात आधी आपण सर्व ॲडजस्टमेंट सॉल्व्ह करून घेतल्या. त्यामध्ये बघा नेट प्रॉफिट ॲज पर प्रॉफिट अँड लॉस अकाउंट घेतलं. त्यामध्ये डिसअलाउड एक्सपेन्सेस डेबिटेड टू P&L अकाउंट आपण कन्सिडर केले. त्यामध्ये पहिला आहे तो सॅलरी टू डोमेस्टिक एम्प्लॉई 3,000, म्हणजे सर्व ॲडजस्टमेंट पहिल्यांदा घेतल्या. नंतर प्रॉफिट अँड लॉस अकाउंटमध्ये गेलो. प्रॉफिट अँड लॉस अकाउंटमधले जे एक्सपेन्सेस बिझनेसच्या रिलेटेड नाहीत ते सर्व घेतले. ज्यावेळेस आपण एक आयटम लिहू त्यावेळेस त्याच्यासमोर किंवा त्याला मी हायलाईट केलं, कशासाठी, तर परत त्याचा विचार आपण करणार नाही. म्हणजे सॅलरी लिहिली तर मी त्याला हायलाईट केलं ग्रीन कलरने, का केलं, तर सॅलरी ही आपण टॅक्स किंवा इन्कम कम्प्यूट करताना घेतलेली आहे, म्हणजे परत त्या सॅलरीकडे आपण जायचं नाही. लक्षात आलं, म्हणून याला आपण हायलाईट करत पुढे पुढे गेलो. अशा पद्धतीने हा आपण प्रॉब्लेम सोडवलेला आहे आणि बिझनेसचा टोटल इन्कम आपण कम्प्यूट केलेला आहे, तो आहे 1,12,300. ओके, 1,12,300. Okay, so here we solve a practical problem on computation of business income of the Mr. Guru. Okay. Computation of total or taxable income from business of Mr. Guru. In our next lecture, we are solve a problem second on computation of income from business. Okay. Thank you very much.